Okay, welcome to the Soul-Led Revolution with me, your host, Yolandi Bosov. And today I am super excited to introduce Leanne MacDonald. So Leanne is a creative entrepreneur and a human design guide. And today we're going to speak about, guess what? Human design. So welcome,
Yay!
Leanne.
Thank
Tell us
you,
a little bit about
Yolandi.
yourself.
Yes, I'm so excited. It's lovely to be connected again. So, like me and Yolandi go back. We've known each other a while. And when we first met, I wasn't at all into human design. And now, like, human design is life. We were chatting before this interview about all the different kind of rabbit holes that you can go down with human design. But I use human design specifically with working with spiritual entrepreneurs. For so many reasons. It just literally, like for me, human design, especially in business, is like a golden key that just unlocks like the aha moments and the flow and just really lifts the restrictions that as entrepreneurs we can sometimes get stuck in, that kind of copy paste cycle, that striving energy, feeling lost, like feeling really disconnected from their sense of purpose. So for me, human design just guides us straight back to that place of clarity.
Oh, I love that. And so I think first tell us a little bit about how you discovered this, and then I want to speak a little bit more about like business and human design, because we've had sessions and like it's been fucking mind-blowing. So tell us a little bit about how you got into this stuff and how it basically changed your perspective in your life.
Yeah. So I got into human design, honestly, as a way to avoid processing grief. So my dad, bless his heart, passed away, and I was not ready to deal with his disappearance. It was like a massive void. And in true Leanne MacDonald style, I thought, what can I fill this void with? I'll fill it with an obsession of exploring human design. So I'd kind of had a little bit of a glimpse of human design months before, and I saw something in it, but I was so preoccupied with, all the things that when my dad passed, I took 3 months off any project that I was working on. I let go of projects, I let go of businesses, and I really, at first, I'll be very honest, I was on a mission to prove myself to my dad. That's what it was. And I could see that human design would be this thing that was going to help me become this better version of who I was, and to be able to let my dad watch from heaven to see me, be this amazing person. But very quickly, like something just, I used to think perhaps it's counterintuitive to be suppressing all of this grief and focusing on human design, but actually it was divine. It was like a divine kind of decision that I made in the moment to become so dedicated to my own human design chart. And the more that I kind of went down the rabbit hole, the more I was able to sit with the grief of my dad passing. And the more I felt like I was reintroducing myself to this, old friend. It really felt, and that's what I love about human design. Of all of the stuff that I've trained in, human design for me is like remembering yourself.
Yes.
It's reminding yourself that you, as you are right now in this moment energetically, is complete perfection. And I started to play with it. And one of the things my dad really wanted me to have, I lived abroad for many, many years, decades. And when I came back to the UK to live permanently, I was never able to buy property. So I rented, and I have 4 children, and we moved, every time the landlord changed his mind, we moved. My dad really wanted us to find a forever home. He wanted me to have my own front door. That's what he said. So I started to play with the energies of my human design, and, it happened like magic. We just found our home. It's by the sea, it's rural, and it's just perfect for everybody. And then once I started to like have that healing experience, and I felt a little bit more mentally able to look back at work and what I wanted to do in work, I started to apply it in how I showed up.
Yeah.
And what my purpose was and who I was here to work with, and really tuning into the energies, which is what I love. Like I love teaching people. We have like this brand archetype energy we can tap into. We have our sacred transmission. So it's the message we are here to share with the rest of the world. We have, like, the energy profile literally describes how you are designed to show up energetically. So I started to play around with it, and it was like, I felt like a giddy child, because I was kind of testing it out in this experiment. And then these were, you know, people were, I'm a projector. So for me, I have to wait for the invitation. So I was following my strategy, listening to my inner authority, and then all these opportunities were popping into my messenger. And then since then, I've just really kind of just absorbed myself in it. I'm so religiously honoring my energetic structure, like everything that I do in business. We were talking before this call when I was sharing that I don't have a website anymore for my business.
Yeah.
And it's a strategic energetic move on my part. Yeah. Because I don't need one, and my energy doesn't attract people through a website. It doesn't attract people through an open Instagram page or a Facebook page. My energy really kind of is felt and magnetizes people in a sacred container. So all of my work now is done in a private Facebook group. And my profile is a 2-4. So that means that my 2 energy is all about like being in the dance of life.
Yes.
And it's about kind of activating a zest and a motivation in other people by being in a full embodiment of myself, like kind of being in this innocent surrender to life, playful, being in that energy. And my 4-line energy is like, thank God I've got the 4-line energy, because being a projector is tricky waiting for the invitation. But my 4-line energy is people bring me clients.
Yes.
So they come into my space, they bring their friends, their peers, their, you know, people that they think will benefit from my energy into my space. Yeah. So it's just, I literally love human design.
And it's so cool, isn't it? Because I think what happens is, like, especially entrepreneurs, the minute that you decide, oh, cool, I'm going to start a business, now you're looking for some kind of model to follow. So you go and you go look for a business coach, or you do a this or a that. And I'm speaking from complete experience here. And then you try all the fucking things and nothing works, right? Like, and I'm thinking, because like Leanne did my chart for me like earlier in the year, and like we even spoke about some more stuff today before the call, and it was the minute that I realized that actually, like, I'm meant to just fucking do whatever the fuck I want because I'm a manifester. I'm like, oh my goodness, like, this is so weird. It's so counterintuitive to what we've been taught, right? And so this is what excites me so much about human design, because especially for business, if nothing else, it just changed like the way that I looked at what I'm meant to be doing, right? Like how I'm meant to be showing up energetically. And that is magic.
And what's true for you. It's what I love as well. Because like the one size fits all paradigm is dead in entrepreneurship. Like the whole copy paste, do the webinar, pitch at the end of the webinar, follow up with an email sequence, have the incredible content written. Like it's energetically not sustainable anymore. Like we have evolved as human beings. We've evolved in consciousness. Like even the fact that the one size fits all doesn't work. People are different. So the reason I love human design, like reason number 552, is you can create your unique business blueprint that is fully aligned with your energy. And that's what I'm teaching a group of people in a mastermind right now. It's kind of suspend everything you've been taught for a minute and just tune into where your energy is communicating to you, of how it can be most potent, how you can communicate, what the environment. I mean, man, it even tells you the best environment that your energy works, so for me and you've got the same environment, so we work better in other people's communities, going out into the world and sharing our incredible brilliance. For other people, one-to-one, very small groups, like it's all detailed in your human design. The way that you are designed to launch anything, the way that you are designed to create anything, your pricing, there's literally the answer to everything lies in your human design energetic structure. And what I love is this paradigm is shifting. So we're moving with the help of me, because I'm on a massive mission to like shift this. But we're moving from trying to create a business, trying to monetize something that's inside of us and trying to turn it into something. We're shifting from that into, this is who I am energetically. And for me, I see all of us as human beings. You know, when you have the crystal grade layout and all of the crystals are like, we are the crystals. And if we can stand in our power, in our energetic structure, we like build a connection, like a web around the world. So everybody's being supported by the right person. Everybody's being guided by the right person. Everybody's living to their fullest, you know, fulfillment in life, because they're in their position, they're in their role, they're fulfilling this. So I really want to lean into, we're not creating a business, we are just being an embodiment of who we are. Yes. So we are the business, and our purpose is being us. Our purpose is unapologetically standing on that grid position, being all of you, whether it's messy, whether it's chaotic, whatever, like just being this unapologetic, energetic version of who you are, and knowing that in that moment, you are either activating the energy around you, inspiring somebody around you, triggering somebody around you, which is also powerful, or you are like flashing a light for someone to help you, to turn and help and guide you. So that's like gives me super chills on the chills, contemplating if everybody was to just drop the blueprint that they've been following and tune in.
I freaking love that. And that is it, right? Like it is like, I think it's like all the shit we've been dreaming about, because I mean, like since I've known you, like we always speak about like people just need to be themselves. They just need to tune into the energy. And this is like a little tool that can help you go, oh, okay. Because for me, when I found out about the whole manifestor thing, when I started looking into it last year, and I was like, shit, man, like this is completely different to what I thought. Like, you know, like this is not what I've been taught. And that was the thing for me. It's just like this whole thing about like, this is how you're meant to do stuff. This is the rule book. And I'm like, this is not my rule book. I cannot live. This rule book is fucking killing me. And I think like, to anyone listening, like just throw the rule book away.
Yes, let it go, let it go. I'm so thankful that my energy has always been a rebel. You're the same.
Yeah.
So yes, I've signed up to all the damn strategies and freebies. Like there's no shame in that. I've got emails coming every day because I've signed up to all the things. But I've always had this kind of rebellious, like the kind of vibe of the projector is 1, 2, miss a few, 99, 100. So when I've looked at other people's strategies, I've thought, okay, there's way many steps in this. We can cut out at least 5 steps. And there's like such an easier, faster, more energetically efficient way to like use this strategy. So strategies they do have some kind of role, but it's being able to look at the strategy, but from your perspective of your energy type. Yes. Rather than taking it as face value and then trying. Like a manifestor going out into the world, trying to run the business as well as be the business, as well as do the business is just not energetically sustainable. Yeah. So for a manifestor to follow a blueprint where you have to do like 50,000 follow-up email sequences, 50 posts a day, showing up live every day, it's just going to be like, it's like turning the light off on your energy. You lose that magnetism.
Yeah.
Same with projectors. Like we are incredible guides. We see people before they see themselves. But if we go about spurting that guidance, it's the equivalent of someone kind of closing their ears. They don't want to hear it. Like it has to be given in a certain energetic way. Same with generators. You know, they go and can end up in burnout if they're not managing their sacral energy. So it's really kind of learning to nurture your energy, reintroduce yourself to your energy, and most importantly, trust it. Like trust yourself. Like you know, like how many coaches talk about the soul knows? Of course the soul knows, but the energy is guiding you towards the path of least resistance 100% of the time.
Yes.
So you need to trust it.
Oh, and for me, like I think I'm a splenic, like manifestor, like, you know, and I just like the minute I was just like, because, you know, for me, it was always like, I always have these ideas and the shit comes up and I'm like, oh my God, like, you know, where's all this coming from? And this is literally my biggest guide, is all the shit that keeps coming up for me. And like, people will go, no, but there's too much stuff happening in you. There's too many things. And I'm like, actually, no, all this stuff that's constantly popping into me, like, it's like literally stuff that needs to be shared. And like, for me, that was a game changer, because I'm like, the minute I think about something, this is my reality. I have to like work with this, what I'm thinking about, and not like double time. Why am I thinking this? Question myself. I have to seriously trust that feeling, that voice, whatever it is for people, like whatever comes out, right? And that really changed things for me.
And I think it's the biggest fear. Like the women that I'm working with right now, the fear is hanging on to that blueprint, like hanging on, because the blueprint, they like, it's that fine balance between the human, and we have to appease the human and all its humanness, and the energy and the soul. And what I love about human design is it kind of talks to the brain, to the humanness, and it makes it easier to trust. Because there's that flicker of recognition. So when you look at your chart, and you know, the brain is logically looking at the chart and, okay, so this is who I am and this is what my superpowers are, and your soul is screaming, thank God she's read the chart, thank God. And it's like you close the gap on the duality between the human and the soul, like you bring them together. And that's how we're supposed to be, like in this union of the human being like the puppet for the soul and the energy that wants to like have a party in this lifetime. And then knowing that we've all got this individual role. So like, not a hierarchy, because I hate the word hierarchy, but until I can think of another one, that's the best one I've got. The hierarchy of human design is the manifestors are the people that are here with the divine megaphone. So they are like, they wake up, God, universe, source, whatever, taps them on the shoulder and he's like, go and tell the people this. So the manifestors are like broadcasting their downloads, their messages. And the generators are waiting outside of the manifestors' houses, waiting for the message. And it gets blasted out the megaphone, and then they run with that. They're like, let's go and build, let's go and change, let's go and implement this message. And then the projectors are like these birds flying overhead, just taking it all in. And because they're higher up in the air, they can just kind of anticipate what's going to come. And they can look down at what's being created right now. And then they gently tap on the shoulders of the generators and tweak the choices, the decisions, and how they're using the energy to avoid a potential fallout further down the line. And then the reflectors are at the end of it, reflecting everything back, helping us to see the errors, see the mistakes, see where we can grow, see the missed opportunities. So when you look at it from that perspective, in the crystal grid that I was just talking about, when it's all standing in our role, can you imagine how fucking amazing the world would be if only we would bring the human and the soul together and stand on our place on that crystal grid and be like, yes, this is who I am.
And we are literally like a beautiful little ecosystem that are meant to like help each other, and like, you know, just like 100%. Just how it's all put together, isn't it? It's like a little puzzle of like everyone coming together. I just absolutely love that. So now, so I am in Leanne's group as well. So your beautiful Facebook container that you've got, and you've got some like really awesome resources in there. So do you want to speak a little bit about that? Because I know people are going to have questions. They're going to be like, what is this? How does it work? Where do I go? All that.
So I created a Facebook group. Yeah, it's called Soul Design for Spiritual Entrepreneurs. And the group is an entire alignment with my energy type. So I'm a projector, I'm here to guide. So I'm here to share my kind of mastery and to help share information that I know is going to help, you know, the members of the group. So I do a masterclass every single Friday, and it's free. And it's all related to how you can switch up things in your business. And it's by aura type, different line types. We talk about gates. Like at the minute, I'm doing a money block series, some money blocks in your business. And it's just an incredible container. And it's all human design curious spiritual entrepreneurs. And I really hope that the essence of the group is coming through, because I'm huge, as you know, on collaboration, people supporting, connecting. Like the epitome of this grid that I can see in my vision is what I want to begin in this group, and I feel, touch wood, it's kind of like got that vibe. And yeah, so it's just fun, just me popping up and sharing human design in my own unique way. And of course, being a projector, we like to simplify things. We look at systems. We like to do the 1, 2, miss a few, 99, 100. So I have quite a unique way of describing human design, and people say that quite a lot, but I'll take that. So if you want to learn a bit about human design and how you can bring it into your business, come and join.
Yes, and I love it. And I just think, because it's so cool, like you've broken it down into, you know, like whatever groups and stuff. So there's manifestive videos, there's all these videos and stuff that it's just like there for us to basically consume and start like delving deeper. And so what is the way for you now forward, like with this, right? Like you've changed. I mean, we've spoken about like how much your life has changed, how you've literally gone from hustling to working 2 days a week now, all of that. Like, what is your way? Like, how do you see this all unfolding now? Like, where's all of this going? Like, what can
I really see. I mean, honestly, Yolandi, I don't think I've got a defined heart center, so I'm always going to be trying to lead a revolution. So, as much as that's not in alignment with my human design, like I'm still gonna, you know, somehow infuse it in. And I literally, I'm just going day by day. I work 2 days a week, as you said. I do 2 hours a day. That's it. I've got 4 children, and I love time on my own. But I really see this. I really want to guide people into this new way of being an entrepreneur, into this new way of recognizing themselves, their gifts, and into this new community of consciousness where we are reaching out to the right people who can energetically help us. We are working with the right people. We are collaborating with the right energies. And most importantly, we're really understanding how our energy works. So I've got something planned. I've always got something bubbling away on the back burner. I'm working on a concept right now, which is basically going to be a network of human design embodied entrepreneurs in some kind of directory where, for example, projectors is a real powerful connection and support to generators and manifesting generators. Generators are a really powerful support to manifestors. So looking at how the energy works in tandem with one another, how the energy complements and supports one another, I want to create a space where you can specifically reach out to the best possible coach, VA, you know, web designer, healer, whatever that might be, that's going to, you know, create impact and transformation for your energy type. So that's like the big end goal. And just along the way, it's just going to be fun, whatever comes through and whatever I'm guided towards from my inner authority. Which is the extreme difference of me 12 years ago, where I used to sit with a notebook and just download ideas and without even a thought about it, implement them.
Yes.
And then used to wonder why I was in like a serious state of adrenal fatigue, crying on the bathroom floor with like black mascara down my face, like, oh my God, what have I done? I've got so many projects.
And this is one thing, right, that I just would also throw in, is like the whole connection for me between like the human design and the change in my nervous system is fucking insane. Because like the thing is, like the way I used to hustle, the way I used to overwork, the way I used to just like, I killed myself, right? And then like moving to this country, finding out the stuff, and now I'm like you say, I'm almost horizontal in my, like, I just do stuff that really makes me happy now. And it's just like, it changes so much, right? Like when you understand like how your energy really wants to be here on this planet, it just changes everything. Because I am not a hustle girl, and I'm never going to be like, I can't work, you know, 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, whatever the hell people do. Like it doesn't work for me. And so my nervous system is just so happy now, because it's like, I take time to go swim and I go walk in the forest, and I'm just like, you know, sit around and do shit. And like for me, it just makes such a difference. So I think it's really important when you understand, because I felt guilty about like the fact that I was like, you know, I want to not be working so hard, but now I know I'm not meant to be working that hard. So I've got my little like permission slip from my design, basically.
Yeah, and it's amazing. Like, full disclosure, I'm lying on my bed right now, chilling. Like, I was
So we roll.
but my nervous system has never felt healthier.
Yeah.
But I think it is a big leap, because there is such a divide between the human and the soul, like,
Yeah.
around the world. Like, there's such a lot of layers and conditioning that keep the two very separate. But the trust thing, it's like, if I was to say to anybody now, starting with human design, I would say, look at your aura type and your inner authority and your strategies, just those three things, and begin to be playful with those things. Like, what is your aura type? Look at into what is the strategy in terms of how does your energy best expressed, and then what is your inner authority? So yours is the spleen, mine is an emotional authority, and learn about how to begin to open up communication with that authority. Because when you can learn to communicate with your inner authority, the trust piece goes, and it's easier for the human to come on board with the things like, of course you're supported, of course if you're standing in your power, things are going to work out for you. Because it is hard when you don't have that internal point of reference to just jump off the cliff.
Yeah.
Take
exactly.
that quantum leap. So start with this slow communication with your inner authority, and you'll see how quickly the momentum picks up, and you'll soon be jumping off Dover Cliff, taking all the leaps in your business and in your life.
Exactly. And this is the thing, right? In the places where you don't trust yourself, this is like a little bit of a guide. This is like, guess what? You're held here, and this is good. And what you're feeling, because most of the time for me, it's just like what you were feeling was actually right, but because society said that you're not meant to be doing that, like you kind of doubt yourself. So the nice thing about this whole idea, this work, is just like you're held, and it's okay. There you go. There's the proof for your human that what you're feeling is actually like on point.
Yeah. And
So,
even the bits that you beat yourself up about, like, it's you, that's who you are. You've got to embrace that and be unapologetic about it.
Yeah, I love that. That is so beautiful. Awesome. Okay, so anything else you want to share before we finish off today? Anything else you want to say?
What else do I want to say? I guess I just want to say, take your position on this crystal grid and let's create this fabulousness around the world. Let's create this like huge, energetic, impactful shift by standing in your power.
Oh, beautiful. And you get to be happy as well, because you'll be fully aligned and everything will be magic.
It sounds so cliche, but honestly, if I could use words to describe how I feel right now, it's free and joy. I'm filled with joy and I'm feeling free. And I used to like watch other coaches rabbit on about feeling free in their business. And I was like that, oh my God, when's the freedom coming? This is like hell.
So it has arrived.
I've arrived.
I love it. That's so beautiful. Awesome. Okay, so thank you so much for like coming today. I really love talking to you, and it was so cool. And it's just like, go and just do your chart, people. Like seriously, if you do nothing else, just find out where you fit into this beautiful world of ours. So I think the best place to go and hang with Leanne is in the group on Facebook, please, and just go check it out. And yeah, any last words, babe, anything before we finish up today?
No, just thank you so much. This has been so much fun. My first human design embodied podcast interview.
Oh, I'm so honored that I got to do it. Yay! So that's fabulous. Well, thank you for being such an amazing like human design guide, because I must just say the stuff that you like shared with me when you did mine was just like magic. So it's really changed my perspective on like what I am gonna bring into the world anyway. So it's all beautiful. So thank you so much, babe. It's beautiful work you're doing. Awesome. Great. Okay, guys, have a beautiful time this week, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks' time. Thank you.